Okay, so Unit 15 is all about statistics. So Unit 15, Lesson 1 is kind of like the basics, and you've probably heard these words before, so this is just going to be a quick review. So statistics is an actual entire course in high school if you do need to take it, and sometimes in college. So mean is kind of like the fancy word for average. So basically you're going to add them all up and you're going to divide by how many. I'll say how many each there are. All right. Median, you're going to put numbers in order and you're going to find the exact middle. I'm going to put a little parenthesis. So a little asterisk. So it does not have to be a given score. It might fall between two scores, okay? All right, mode means most. So you want to know which one is repeated the most. And if there's not one, then you say none. Range is the highest score minus the lowest score. And percent is you're going to figure out how many you have of something divided by the total times 100. And usually I don't like that to be, if it's a decimal, I like you to go to at least one decimal place, maybe two. So I'm going to put decimal percents are good. All right. So on your homework, you're going to get one of these charts, and I tell you they're different numbers, but I tell you to pick any two colors that you want. So your teacher will know that all the answers for all the colors. So I'm just going to pick blue because it's on top. All right, so I'm just going to do one of them. So I'll just go ahead and do this. All right, so for the mean, I'm going to take a calculator and I'm literally going to add all these numbers, 8. So I want to make sure I don't repeat anything, and I'm going to add those up. Okay, so I'm using my phone calculator. We've got 10 plus 12 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8, and I got 50. And you want to divide by how many there are. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 50 divided by 6 is 8.3 repeating. So if you wrote 8.3, that's fine. Don't write 8. So that way we can tell that you actually calculated the mean. Median, you want to put them in order. So I've got 6. I'm going to put a dot so I know 6. I've got 8, 8, and then 10, 12. So if I have 6, you kind of want to split it into two groups. So that means I want to go right here. So I need to figure out what number's between 8 and 8. Well, obviously that's going to be 8. But let's say you had something like 7. So if 7 and 8, you would have 7.5. So if it's a decimal, you go ahead and you find the decimal, okay? So 8 is our median. The mode, well, 6 and 8 both tie, so we have a tie. So 6 and 8, that's an and, not a plus. Range, so high minus low. So our high score is 12 and our low score is 6. So 6 is our range. And then percent of blue. So I'm going to kind of fudge these. So I have 50 blue and I'm going to pretend that I added these all up. So I'm going to say it's 437. Totally just making that up. So what do we have? 50 divided by 437 times 100. So I got 11 point, I like two decimal places. And that's how many blue were in the class. Okay? So those are all the basics. And then I think there's a question on your assignment that talks about state the theoretical probability and the experimental probability. So the experimental probability is the percent that you actually, I guess, receive, earn, have after doing the experiment. So for us, like for blue, our experimental probability was 11.44%. Okay? Theoretical probability is the percent that mathematically you obtain. So without even seeing all of these numbers, in theory, if there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors, blue is only one of them out of 6 total. So this is blue out of 6 total options. So we've got, let's do that, 1 divided by 6 times 100. So in theory, we should have had 16.67% blue. So that's theory, mathematically, and then this is what really happened, okay? And that's experimental.